Arena boy, believe it!
Look, bitches the rap game, hokage. My bitch is a 10-10, but I call that hoe tsunade. Fuck up out of my face, tell him give me my space. My girl a Beyonce, yo bitch be like the right hokage. Fuck going on with these petty ass niggas. Broke ass, can I get a penny ass nigga? Who is you? You a fool, tryna test me ass nigga. Rock Lee with his hands don't.
Yo, what's up guys, Bringing Studios back at it again with another video. What if Naruto was the son of a shinigami? Part 4. Let's go. I really love doing this series. It's a lot of fun to do. And to be honest, I just love looking at the views I get and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a recap. Also, by the way, thank you for so many subscribers, bro. Thank you so much. It means beyond the world to me. If we can hit 1,000, that'd be so cash money. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now, just to recap, Naruto met Moso and Choco. So yeah, they're together and stuff, and basically Sasuke, Sakura and Neji and them, basically Guy's team and Sasuke and Sakura show up, okay? They were sent out to go find the assassins who've been working for multiple different villages, just clapping a bunch of, basically just killing a bunch of people and stuff. So they sent out the Guy's team, Sakura and Sasuke. Now, they were sent out to go find who this person was, and whenever they got there, Sakura immediately recognized him. It was Naruto. Naruto, Moso, and Choco. They were there, and, you know, they were looking mighty fine. They were in the club, bro. They were ready to just annihilate some kids, so yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the video, and, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot. So, let's get started. Naruto's standing there. The sun's beginning to set, the shadow of his former self shining on the ground. Hello, Sasuke. Long time no see. Sasuke then realizes it's Naruto. Naruto? Naruto. Is that you? Naruto nods. Yeah. It's me. Now, Choco and Moso, they're hiding in the bushes and stuff. They were going to use a strategy one where they'd hide in the bushes once they came up on Naruto. And, basically just a late little ambush. Now, Neji, he's going to get there and he's going to be like, Byakugan. And, he's going to survey the surroundings, and, he sees Moso and Choco hiding in the back. He says, "You two, come out now." They then begin to walk out slowly. Naruto says, "Let me introduce you to my comrades, Moso and Choco. See, Moso there, Sasuke, he can manipulate chakra, similar to what a Mangekyo can do. I believe it's similar to your Susanoo. Now, Sasuke, he also has the Mangekyo." Sasuke will be like, "What? He can make a Susanoo? No. No one can do that. Only Mangekyo. Only Uchiha can. He's not an Uchiha. Clearly." Naruto says, "Oh, but he can. And Choco, she has a very enhanced physical body. One on my level, at least. And hers, Genkai, is quite impressive." Now, Naruto, he gets ready to fight, standing there. Now, Sasuke, he's going to get ready in a fighting position, and Sakura and Rock Lee and Tentem, they're going to show up and everything, and Neji's going to be there. They're all just going to be standing there, and they're going to be looking at Naruto and them, and they're going to be like, "So this is them, the assassination team." Rock Lee, he's going to be like, "How are you alive? I thought we killed you." Naruto will then smile with a light smirk. "You thought. See, the thing is, you didn't kill me. You should have tried harder." He'll then break into a maniacal laughter, one that seems uncanny. Naruto will then stop laughing. He'll say, I have no time for you. Come on, Shoko. Come on, Moso. Shoko and Moso will then flicker over to Naruto. He says, let's go ahead and get out of here. We have other things we must accomplish. We can't play with kids while at this. Sasuke will say, Naruto, don't you dare leave. We're going to fight. I'm going to bring you back to the leaf. Naruto will then slowly glare back out of the side of his eye. Bring me back? Bring me back? Bring me back to that hellhole? The disgrace of a village? One that gave up on me? Yeah, as if. He'll then walk away. They'll just stand there in awe, not really sure how to react to the situation. It was something uncomfortable to them. Naruto will then walk away with Choco and Moso. Choco will say, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Naruto. I know it can be a bit of a pain. Dealing with past. Past is something we can't simply just wash away. Naruto will then say, only mercy can do that. Only mercy can take away our past. But we still won't forget it. Naruto then continues walking. Moso says, well, there's an inn nearby. How about we go there? The hot springs and stuff. Shopping area, all that. That sounds kind of fun. Naruto nods. Yeah, we could use a bit of enjoyment right now. Now, they get to the inn and stuff and the hot springs and everything. And they go to the room and Choco and Moso and them are getting ready. Moso and Naruto getting ready in the main room, and Choco getting ready in the bathroom. And Choco walks out in her bathing suit and stuff. And Naruto, he's standing there with his clothes on. She's like, aren't you coming, Naruto? Naruto say, I'll join you in a bit. I'm going to sit here for a second. I'm not sure I want to deal with much people right now. Just a bit on end. Choco sensed something's bothering Naruto, but she'll say, come on, Moso, and her and Moso will run out. As soon as they close the door, Naruto grabs himself. He begins to feel his body shudder entirely. He feels a coldness run down his spine. He then has flashbacks of what's happening in the past. His old family, how he's pushed off the cliff, the pain he felt, the loss, losing everything he trusted. It left him somewhat shattered. He couldn't truly love again. He couldn't trust again entirely. It was still very difficult to him. Choco is talking to Moso and she says, oh, I forgot my key to the room. I'm gonna go and knock and have Naruto let me in. Good thing you stayed back. We kinda need the key, right? And Moso nods. Okay, I'll be waiting here. Choco runs back and as she runs back, she didn't really need to get the key. She already had it. She just wanted to check on Naruto. She then opens the door and she sees Naruto there. He's on the floor crying, holding himself tight, saying, What did I do wrong? Why me? What's wrong with me? He'll be holding himself, barely able to comfort himself. Choco will then run over. Naruto, are you okay? Naruto, come on, get up. Naruto will then grab her and say, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Why am I born like this? She'll then hug Naruto, holding him tight. Naruto, it's okay. It's okay, Naruto. Calm down. He'll still be shuddering with tears running down his eyes. It's clear this has been bothering Naruto for a long time, and seeing his old friends, the ones he once trusted, come there to kill him, it broke him even farther. Naruto then began to calm down. He'll hold his head, still trying to stay somewhat sane after it. Choco will then say, it's okay, Naruto. It's okay. I'm here. She'll say, you don't need to think about them. They left you, but I'm here for you. I won't leave you, Naruto. She'll hug him tighter, saying, It's okay. Now, Naruto, he's going to be standing there, and, he's going to sit on the bed. And as he sits there, Choco will sit down with him and say, It's okay, Naruto, while hugging him. Naruto then asks, I'm sorry. Regaining his composure, I'm sorry you had this. Why did you come back? Choco responds, I was worried about you in all honesty. I came back just to see if you're okay. And, Naruto say, Thank you, Choco. He regains his composure somewhat. He'll then say, Well, shall we go now? Choco say, Naruto, hold on. I think you should stay here for a bit. Or maybe go to the hot springs. Try to take the stuff off your mind. Naruto nod. You have a point. She'll say, Here, let me help you. She'll then grab a towel for him and everything while he changes in the bathroom. He then walks out after her handing him the towel. He wraps it around himself and says, Okay, I'm gonna go to hot springs now. He then walks down the hallway with Choco, and Choco says, Naruto, if you need anything, I just want to let you know I'm here. Same for Moso. We're your teammates, but not only that, we're your friends. The word friends is something Naruto hasn't heard in a long time. It truly touches him. Something he hasn't felt, hasn't been told for past 3 years. Naruto thanks Choco once again. For the rest of the night, he'll sit in the hot springs, and at about 12, he'll head back up to the room where Moso and Choco are sleeping. He'll walk in and then lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling. He'll then finally fall asleep. Now, what's gonna happen the next day is, basically, Naruto, he's gonna be kind of closer to Choco now. He's gonna be a bit more open with Moso and Choco and stuff. And, they're gonna get ready to go on a mission. They were hired by, the Hidden Stone and stuff to, just go take out some Jonin that had been patrolling near their territory from the Leaf. And, yeah, they're just gonna go take them out and stuff. So, Naruto and Choco, Moso, they're walking there and everything. And, as they're walking, Moso asks, So, Naruto, how's the hot spring last night? Naruto then replied with a somewhat of a smirk, It was very nice. It alleviated a lot. Moso nodded, Yeah, I bet. They were so nice. Wish I could have got a peek at all those babes on the other side of the wall. Choco would then look at Moso and say, Still perverted as ever. Naruto will laugh a little bit. Finally, they come up onto the spot where the Jonin are rumored to be patrolling where their camp was. Naruto say, I sense them. About 100 feet in front of us. Naruto then put up his mask. Same for Moso and Choco. They've been identified by the Leaf. They need to somewhat hide their identities. They rush in and they're about to kill all the Jonin, but they find the camp empty. They look around and they see dead bodies in the tent. Then, Naruto looks behind him, sensing someone. This someone has an orange mask with a one hole on the right eye. He's also wearing a Akatsuki cloak. Then, Naruto asks, Who are you? The man responds, I'm Toby. So, who are you guys? Why are you here? In a somewhat childish demeanor. Naruto then responds, I'm Naruto. This is Moso and this is Choco. We simply came here to kill them. We were hired to. Then Toby says,
I see. Okie dokie. Well, I was wondering, who were you hired by?
They'll then say, that's none of your concern. My question is, why are you truly here?
Toby will say, well, you see, I'm a part of the Akatsuki, and, well, not exactly, but the thing is, this group was causing some trouble for one of our allies, and we had to take care of him. Okie dokie.
Naruto will say, I see. You seem somewhat competent. My question is, you don't seem that powerful to be a part of the group the Akatsuki. I've heard of rumors about them.
Toby will then say, well, you see, I'm a bit different.
He'll then calmly behind Naruto with a kunai to his throat.
I have a space-time jutsu.
Naruto will then say, I see. Naruto will then bounce off the air behind Toby, and Toby will say, in his straight voice, as Obito, wow. So I guess you do have some power then. Naruto's a bit taken back by the sudden change in Toby's demeanor. Staying with Moso and Choco get in this fighting stance and say, what are your intentions? Obito then, Toby, he switches back to his, childish demeanor, and he's like,
oh, nothing much. Guess I just wanted to test you, that's all. I can see you can jump off the air. Is that some Kekkei Genkai of yours?
Naruto says, no, it's a skill I learned. My chakra's a bit different. I guess both of us are unique. Naruto then look into Toby's eyes. And immediately Naruto say, so you're a Uchiha, huh? I thought Sasuke and Itachi were the only ones left. Obito will then say, yes. I am Uchiha. I am Madara Uchiha to be specific.
But please, call me Toby.
Naruto then nod. Okay, Toby. I see. How about we form an alliance of somewhat? If you need any information of sorts, please feel free to contact us. And if we need information, we'll contact you. You seem like a reasonable person, Toby. Toby then nods.
That's a great idea, senpai.
Naruto will then smile a bit. Your sense of humor is a bit misleading for your power.
Toby then blush a bit. Ooh, senpai, thank you.
Naruto will then say, very well. Is there any questions you want to know? Then Obito will say, well, it's quite simple, really. I am simply trying to start another war, a fourth shinobi war. I want to bring Project Tsukinome to a reality. Bring world peace through a master genjutsu. Naruto say, I have no care of what you're going to do with this world. Long as you leave me somewhat out of it, I'll be fine.
Toby then says, okay. Well, here's my question. What are you? You said your chakra's different, but you don't seem to be from any special clans I know of that have a different chakra resource.
Naruto then plain out say, well, first I would like to know, do you know of any ancient ruins that can contain connections to the gods?
Toby then say, oh, so you know about those gods. Question, are you one of them?
Naruto then smiles somewhat. Yes. I am related to the shinigami, the god of death.
Toby will back off. Oh my, you're so powerful, senpai. Very well. There is a ruin. It's hidden in the mountains, near the land of samurai. I believe you should go there. There's a shinigami rumor going around there that there's connections to them. And now I got my info and you got yours. Thank you very much, and I guess this is goodbye for now, guys. Bye.
Now, Obito, he's gonna teleport away, and yeah. Naruto say, his Mangekyo ability is quite impressive. He'll then use his resourcefulness, knowing his knowledge from, being the son of a Shinigami. He can access, like, previous memories and stuff of, like, dead souls and stuff and ask them. And, he'll be told that, by a guy who was killed by Obito, that the name of that ability is Kamui. And he'll say, I see, so he has Kamui, a space-time jutsu belonging to the Mangekyo Sharingan. Very interesting. Most of them Choco are just, like, a bit shocked, but they're like, okay, I guess we made an ally, so they don't really care much. Yeah. Now, Naruto, he's going to begin to travel to the Land of Iron with Moso and Choco in search of this temple of the Shinigami. Now, the rumors going around is there's a wristband, a bracelet of sorts, with a gem on it that allows you to talk to the Shinigami himself, one of the greatest knowledge sources of the gods. This is one of the 7 deadly treasures of the gods. There are others, but they're contained by possession of villages and are securely guarded. Majority aren't even known of because they're so securely guarded. Naruto only knows there's 7 due to his father's info. The only reason this one has not been captured yet is because the temple is guarded by the samurai. They believe it has a sacred area that only people who truly do worship the Shinigami should go to. And it's believed to be cursed. Anyone who enters far enough in the tomb will die eventually, no matter what. Naruto is talking to his father, and his father explained the layout of the temple and how to acquire the bracelet. Now, Naruto, he can only talk to his father through dreams sometimes, but if he gets his bracelet, he'll have like a constant flow, and he'll have a way deeper connection to the underworld and stuff. It'll just basically give like a deeper connection to knowledge and everything, so yeah. Now, Naruto, he finally arrives there, and it's pretty snowy and cold. Naruto, he then comes to a temple and he sees on a mountain. There's no samurai guarding it directly, but as he was on his way here, he did see patrols, so he should be somewhat cautious, but not too cautious. Naruto says, you guys stay here and keep your camp. What I want you to do is to blow this whistle. This whistle will make a sound of a bird from the Leaf Village. This bird does not live here, and has a very subtle difference from many other birds in this region. So, the guards probably won't notice the difference. However, I will. And it'll just let me know if anyone's coming that I should be concerned about. Naruto will then say, you got that? Moso and Choco nod. Naruto then begins to head to a temple, but just before he does, Choco says, Naruto, please, be careful. Moso then pats him on the back. Yeah, be careful, man. Don't want you dying in there. Naruto nods with a smirk. Yeah, I promise I won't. He then walks into a temple as the snow begins to intensify. A blizzard is rolling in. Moso and Choco then say, hey, should we possibly put up one of your shields, Moso? Underneath like a tree or something? Or maybe like in the side of the hill so we can get some like warmth? Moso nods and says, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I can leave it there and manipulate my chakra out, just half though. I'll be tired though, so don't mind me if I take a nap during it. Choco says, okay. Now, Naruto begins to walk into the temple, and he remembers the instructions that his father gave him. And he's about midway through a temple whenever he gets a feeling he's being followed. Someone's watching him. Naruto ignores this, however. But he does stay at the ready. Naruto, he's going to get pretty deep in the temple, and eventually he'll come to the main hall at the very end after, like, bypassing all the traps and stuff and everything. And you'll see it there, on the thing. Now, this is where he realizes the person who's been following him is behind him. He then turns around, not knowing how strong his opponent is. He summons his sword. Now, if you've noticed, I haven't been talking about his sword recently, and that's because well, it's so freaking broken stats-wise, because he's upped it so high. Just pulling it out makes the room, like, blow back with a gust of wind. Like, dust flies everywhere around him once he pulls out his sword. He hasn't even unsheathed it yet. The blade isn't even showing it. It's still sealed. And this man is already emitting raw power. He then turns around and sees a boy. This boy's about the same age as him, and he says, "So, are you another god?" This gust of wind will have knocked back just about anyone, or at least put them off set. They would have been somewhat concerned by the fact that I just summoned a sword without any paper or anything. Scrolls, nothing. So, let me guess, you're after my father's tool, aren't you? The man nods. Yes. See, my father, he'd love for me to have that. The infinite wisdom and the power that he gave me, I would be beyond just about anyone in this world. Naruto then says, "Not anyone, not everyone, that's for sure. I've met quite a few people during my travels. Some you couldn't even touch." The man then smiles and says, "Pretty sure I can. I mean, I'm the almighty son of the sun god, of Matarasu." Naruto says, "What, do you take that as a symbol of pride? Status symbol? You son children, always so prideful, so cocky and annoying." The man then looks at Naruto and says, "So, what's your name?" "Naruto, and as I've already revealed, I'm the son of the Shinigami. This bracelet, this tool, it's simply my birthright. You have no need to take what belongs to me." Then the man smiles. "My name is Omakami. I am the son of my mother, Matarasu. You have no need to concern yourself, for I will take whatever I want, because I know I'm better than you. Amaterasu is simply, she is better than everyone. No one compares to her power, besides the god of life, and the god of death used to rival her power, till he was weakened. He's still crumbling in that old underworld, trying to regain some of his power that he once had." Naruto says, I inherited his old power. I haven't even unsheathed my sword yet. And haven't you noticed how hot the room's been getting? Right now it's at about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. However, you probably don't notice that, because you are the son of the sun god of Matarasu. You probably grew up with this, but I don't seem to care, because I can make it way hotter. A black mist of air begins to emit around him. He slowly peeks out the blade of his sword, not even a nanometer showing, only just enough to let out a bit of power. He then sheaths it back. Now imagine if I pulled out the full blade. Matarasu smiles. You still couldn't compete to my power. He then sets the whole room on fire with Matarasu. The black flames, said to be unextinguishable. Naruto then says, I've already dealt with these. He unsheathes an inch of his sword. The flames disappear. Oyokami then immediately steps back. What? How'd you do that? How dare you take the pride of my mother? That's impossible. How? Naruto says, like you said, she could barely hold a candle to my father's original power. And as I just said, I inherited that power. Only the life god can rival me. However, he can barely challenge me right now because he doesn't have a child. He doesn't have offspring ever since he isolated himself away. Naruto then says, now, would you like to fight? Amaterasu then summons his sword. The three great gods, Amaterasu, Shinigami, Izanami, and Izanagi. Izanami and Izanagi technically count as one, however. They are the gods of creation and life. My father represents death. Now, these gods, all of them possess a sword, a sacred blade that wields their true prime power. It is sealed away. Whenever they have offspring, they tend to gift it to them, to give them advantage in the world, to let them truly overcome the weaknesses that they have inherited. For each god does have a weakness, but these blades make up for that. It seems Amaterasu, sometimes selfish, wasn't selfish this time and decided to give her son her sacred blade. Looks like I'll have a pain in the neck. Naruto then says, if you have a sacred blade, looks like I can't joke. He then pulls out his sword entirely. The room begins to shake violently, the ground underneath Naruto crushing down. Naruto then, using the power that's given to him fully from his sword, brings the bracelet to him. It goes on his hand and it says, long time no see, father. His father then says, hello, Naruto. I'm happy you finally acquired it. Now your problem is Amaterasu's son. He's always a cocky brat as ever. Heard it from his mother, I guess. Now, Naruto, basically the whole room's shaking violently. Rocks fall from the ceiling. Everything's collapsing. A black aura of power is emitting from Naruto. It's such high velocity. The room is basically at the surface temperature of the sun. Even Amaterasu's sweating at this point. Now, Okuyami, he's like, how is it this hot? He's already sweating. He then pulls out his sword, unleashing his full power. However, the thing is, he's so cocky, he didn't bother to even train it that much. His power, instead of being boosted like Naruto's, where his is fully boosted to like the point of like 100 times. No, not even now, like 1,000,000 times. He's on the power level of like a prime Shinigami, and basically Okuyami, he's on the power level of like well, not base level Amaterasu, but not like maybe 3 times more powerful. He hasn't been training a sacred sword, Shinigami sees this and he's like, he's so cocky to even bother to train his power. How pathetic. Naruto then simply slices his blade. The whole temple shakes and crumples apart. Half of it cut off. The ceiling is cut off. A whole gap showing through. Naruto's about a mile underground. This whole mile, there's a massive tunnel leading up to the surface. Now, Okuyami, he was only able to basically defend himself against this by putting up his sword and stopping the slash. But, his sword is basically pretty tainted right now, and, it's already half drained of its energy from just trying to block that one attack. No, Okuyami, he's like, how did you do this? He then calls forth for his mother. Mom, if you can hear me, gift me your strength. Now, Madarasu, she's pretty prideful. So she does this, and he's amped to Naruto's level now. Naruto says, I see, you've been amped. Naruto then flies at him. They're both clashing at speeds of light. The heat is so intense it's blasting out. Now, Muso and Choku, they're a bit away, and they see like the heat blasting out. All the snow melts. The atmosphere begins to severely, like, basically almost all the air is like cooked away. They can barely breathe, and Muso, the only reason they're alive, Muso and Choco, is because Muso put up his shield, which is isolating them, and he's like, oh, what's going on? And Choco immediately senses what's going on and says, Muso, don't open that shield, now. It's the only thing keeping us alive. Naruto, he unsheathed the sword. Muso immediately backs away. He wouldn't, unless he ran to another god. It's descended. Basically, the shield's the only thing keeping them alive right now. And Naruto, he says, you're so annoying. They're clashing as fast as they can. The battle is intensifying. Naruto is barely holding his own against Amaterasu. No, he's pretty primed out and everything, he's pretty strong. But, basically, Okuyami, he's pretty amped. So, yeah. Now, Naruto, he then kicks Okuyami back, and Okuyami, he lands next to Muso and Choco. And as they do that, they look at him and he says, are you his friends? He then immediately breaks the shield. Naruto, he senses the shield's broken and sheathes his sword. All the heat dissipates. It's back to its somewhat normal temperature, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And, basically, Naruto, he runs up there and says, Muso, Choco! He's speeding as fast as he can. He finally comes up to them. Choco is standing there, a sword to her throat. Okuyami says, looks like your time has finally come, Naruto. I guess I'm going to have to end her. I mean, unless you hand over the bracelet. Naruto says, you sick, you monster. Your pride has ruined you. You're just simply a dirtbag now. You're scum. Okuyami desperately says, I'd watch your mouth if I were you. He puts the sword closer to Choco. Her throat begins to bleed somewhat. She says, Naruto, don't worry about me. Naruto, please. I just want to let you know that I love you. Naruto's eyes go wide. Choco. Then, Okuyami pulls the sword. Everything goes cold. Everything freezes. Her body slowly falling to the ground. Naruto sees her eyes. They seemed happy, yet they seemed so sad at the same time. How could someone so beautiful seem sad? Then, he says, Choco, come on, Choco, get up. Choco, come on, get up, Choco. Okuyami says, pathetic. That piece of trash meant something to you? Muso's in shock. He says, no, Choco. Naruto holds her, him putting his forehead on hers. Choco, come on, get up. Come on. You said you love me. You can't leave me just now. Choco. Then, Okuyami says, to put it simply, the trash is dead. He kicks her body away from Naruto's. Naruto gets up, with a cold look in his eyes. Immediately, the shinigami begins to talk. Okuyami, Amaterasu's son, you've made a grave mistake. If I were you, I would leave. Even with my power now, I can't control my son anymore. This mistake will now cost you your life! Naruto explodes. The ground shakes. Villages hundreds of miles away feel a small quake. A crater 100 miles wide is formed in the ground. Naruto then says, with black eyes, black hair, his whole entire skin black, "You shall die." Moso, he put up about 100 layers, all of his chakra, into his shield, and even then it's still cracking. He has Choco inside the shield. He says, "Come on, Choco," with almost all of his strength gone. Now, Toby, he's watching off in the distance. And he's sitting there and he's like, "I see. This is the power of a shinigami." Naruto screams, "Choco!" He then charges Okuyami. "You're going to die." Okay guys, I'm gonna end it off here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I really do love doing this series. Sorry if it feels like slow, like the first 3 parts, but yeah, we're starting to grind in now. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching guys and have a good day. Bye.
Yes, I'm a simp. Sniper Monkey.